Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rinku. The NA and EU servers just went down, but before we look at the patch notes, there's something huge coming out in Korea in less than 24 hours that we have to talk about. Its name? Drieghan. That's right, the new region Drieghan, if I'm saying that correctly, will be added in Black Desert Online Korea on March 8th, which is less than 24 hours, which means we're going to see tons of BDO live streamers streaming it. We're going to have the patch notes translated very quickly. We're going to have a lot of information on the 3 new grind spots, the new capital city, and all the new lands to explore tomorrow, or less than tomorrow. It's going to be really soon. So I'm making this video because I have nothing else to do because the NA and EU servers are down, and I want to explain what we can expect to see in KR in less than 1 day. So of course, like I said, there are 3 new grind spots. One is Shere Khan's Grave, the next one is Red Wolf's Village, the last one is Shira Ruins. So the first one, Shere Khan's Grave, is recommended for level 60 and 230 AP, which is pretty much the same as Giffen Razia Temple. I can't tell if it's going to be easier or harder, but I'd imagine it's going to be slightly harder. It just says it's similar though in this description. And it also says that it will have the new major drop accessory, the Belt of Orkinrad. Now the biggest question is, why? So is this going to be a group grind like Giffen Razia Temple? And if it is, what makes it any different than Giffen Razia Temple? So it's a new best place to train, and it drops like the same type of drop. It drops a belt, like literally Giffen Razia Temple drops the best in slot belt currently in game. So it's going to be the same belt with a gimmick? Is it going to be a shittier belt? Is it going to be a better belt and have even more AP than the Tungred belt? I don't know. It's kind of questionable why. Like, why wouldn't they just have maybe an earring or something else other than just another belt? Because the past 3 endgame accessories they've been released as belts. Like the first they released the belt with HP, then they released the belt with 1 more AP. Now releasing this belt, whatever this is. We don't know what it is, but in a few hours we will know what this is. So pretty interesting that would have the same type of drop. Now onto Red Wolf Village. This says it's for level 59 and above. The recommended AP is 190. The major drop will be a ring. Now I'm not too sure on what the ring is going to be. They've been releasing a lot of rings that aren't really too good, that no one really cares about, such as the Kamisovia ring and also the Sea Boss ring. However, this area, it says it will have the same difficulty as the Varn Steppe. Now, these next 2 areas, their description of the areas are kind of confusing, so I'm assuming it by level of difficulty it means that Red Wolf Village is probably just one type of monster, not tons of types like the Varn Steppe, but its difficulty is probably the average of the Varn Steppe. And it says recommended AP is 190, so it seems like a slightly tougher Sazan, Gahaz Pirate, those kind of things, like something that you'll need at least 190 AP at least to even come close to one-shotting, I'm assuming, to get good experience, but it could be the replacement. Like, a lot of people are grinding anything with Marnie Stone. I'm hoping that this could rival that. Maybe it could, I don't know what it could introduce, but hopefully it's actually an option and not just a dead content area. The last one is Shira Ruins. For Shira Ruins, it says the recommended level AP will be different based on the monsters you aim to kill. Now, the analogy they used in the Varn Steppe and the other grind area kind of makes more sense for Shira Ruins. So going back to Red Wolf Village, this is the one we just talked about. It seems like Red Wolf Village is probably full of one type of monster, one type of difficulty. Varn Steppe, which is already out, which is their analogy, has kind of a set difficulty for most of the monsters there, but there is a variety of monsters and they're all spread out and they have their unique locations, which I do not think Red Wolf Village has. Now Shira Ruins, I think, has a variety of monsters, of different types of monsters like they explained, but also has a variety of difficulties. So Varn Steppe, you could probably kill most of the monsters there with what, like 200 AP or so, give or take. Most of the monsters are the same type of difficulty, and if you can kill one of the types of species there, you can kill them all. But Shira Ruins sounds like 57 and 150 AP is enough to kill like maybe a rotation of a certain type of monster, but others require level 60 and 220 AP, which is drastically different. That's like starting the game and end game. So that's going to be very interesting how that works out, how separated it is, how big the area is, and what types of monsters are there. But yeah, that's That's what it says, and it says it can get up to as tough as the Forest Renaros in Sheer Ruins. Like, that's the equivalent, that's their analogy there. So, pretty cool grind areas. We'll really have to see when it comes out, if they're good for experience, if they're good for money, if they're good for both, if they're useless, if they have some kind of gimmick drop, which makes it the only reason why you'd want to go there. That's why there are some grind areas in the game that people revisit, because it's just that one drop that people need. Or will there be dead content? I don't know. A lot of people don't, I feel like, don't take advantage of the Kama Sylvia grinds because there's not a lot of point to some of them. But hopefully with this new area there is. That's all I hope. Only 3 grind spots. How can they fuck it up? Just give all 3 grind spots a reason to go to. And it sounds good. In the Land of the Dragons, there of course is a new dragon boss called Gamos the Red Dragon. According to the lore, Gamos is a small but cunning dragon who was known to have been defeated by the Shere Khans a long time ago. However, Gamos was only seriously injured. He was only seriously injured, and then the Red Wolves had to bring him back to Drieghan. It is very likely that the new boss will drop new boss gear. Don't worry, he's only seriously injured. It's no big deal. I do want to point out, before Uragons were even released, that there was a leak on Reddit of new boss shoes, being Uragons, which did come out, and new boss gloves, which have not come out. There was only one screenshot, and it was in Korean, but it did seem legit. It had the exact same stats as Biggs, except for it had one extra line in text. I don't remember anyone actually translating it, but off Google Translator, it translated into extra gravity. People believe that it was some special attack damage, maybe crit or floating or something on the glove, but it was basically Biggs with one extra thing onto it. So what this means is I highly believe that this new dragon boss will drop a new boss glove. Now, that's just my theory, my opinion. I mean, we'll figure out tomorrow. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I would assume. I mean, I can't think of any other thing that it would be. There is a new boss main hand, but that is already released and that already drops from the Kama Sylvia boss. I highly doubt that the same new boss main hand would drop anywhere else, especially in a new region with a new dragon boss. So I'm gonna stick with the glove theory. But yeah, let me know what you guys think this new boss will drop, if anything. What if it doesn't drop any new boss gear? If it's just a dragon that drops money? I don't know. We'll have to find out tomorrow. And if you were looking at it, yes, this is the new region. It's east of Kama Sylvia, southeast of Calphion, and south of Serendia. You can come from Heidel and just go down here into the swamps of Glish, and then just follow this road slightly past Bloody Monastery and enter the new region right here. And we don't know what they're gonna do. They talked about airships in the past. Now, I don't know if we're gonna see airships tomorrow. That would be fucking insane, but they were talking about how they want to connect this new region with fast travel methods to all the other capital cities around. So Duven Kroon is the capital city of Drieghan, and it is a city on a high mountain that features stunning rocky cliffs and waterfalls. And yeah, its lore reveals that it has a connection to all the other regions. Lastly, it's time to look at all the screenshots that they give us for the new areas. First up, the new grind spot, Shere Khan's Grave. Now this could be the last place you grind. This could be the next step up of Giffen Razia Temple. It could be a group grind, solo grind, I don't know. But it looks stunning, and I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my BDO days here. The next spot, Red Wolf Village. Now, the hope that I have with this place is that it's kind of like Sazin and Bandits, and that people actually fight over it, that it's so good. I hope this is like the easy to go to on new characters, for new guildies, for just anyone, and that it's actually accomplishable. I mean, it only requires apparently 190 AP, which is not that hard for most people to get to nowadays, especially if you're going to go to these crazy new mountain regions. So I just hope that these grind spots have a reason to go to and that they're not dead. So they just look so amazing that it even strengthens that opinion. So last up we have Sheer Ruins, and this does look like a ruin, but all the pictures look honestly so much different. And this is the area with different monsters and different difficulties, so it kind of makes sense that there's a variety of different pictures as well for the same area. Now we have Gamos the Red Dragon, the new boss, and the area he is in is just crazy looking. Sharp, pointy mountains everywhere, and there he is. That is the new boss. This is Gamos, the Red Dragon. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to see him in game. I hope he's not a pushover like most other world bosses, but hopefully it has some new mechanics as well. And now we have the capital city of Drieghan, Duvenkroon, and of course the very first picture is an oasis filled with hot babes. It's funny, but it's fucking nice. So I have to agree, that's some quality right there. And the second picture is an overall picture of the city on the mountains with everything included, and that's just like the most stunning picture probably of this whole thing. Drieghan is coming very fucking soon, sooner than I expected, NKR, and we will have access to knowledge about it, about the details, more than everything I've talked about today, tomorrow. So thanks for watching, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.